What's going on, guys? Vegito here, and you're probably thinking, 2 new what ifs in a row? And today we're starting a new what if for this channel, being what if Ash was born in Galar? And yes, I know this one has been done before, or by Super Savage 79, so credit goes to him. So I'm going to try and put my own spin on it. So remember, there's no like goal for this part, since I want to see this series get the interest for this series. And if it does, I'll continue this series in another part. Be sure to subscribe so we get 2,000 subscribers by June 21st, the 1-year anniversary of the first What If on this channel. So, let's get started! You can saw the title and thumbnail, Ash is born in Galar in this timeline, and Galar will take place at the same time as Indigo League. So Ash was born in Postwick, and Ash's childhood friends with Hop. And with that knowledge, we'll go ahead and skip to Ash's 10th birthday, with him watching Leon battle on his Rotom phone. As Hop arrives at Ash's house to tell Ash that Leon's coming home to visit and get the two of them starter Pokemon. So Ash and Hop head through Route 1 to Sonia's house, where Leon said to Hop that he'll meet them there, even though Leon's complete trash with directions. So after about 20 minutes, they arrive with Leon and Sonia, as well as Sonia's younger sister and Ash and Hop's childhood friend, Chloe. Sonia is Chloe's older sister in this timeline, meaning Parker is an only child in this timeline. So now with that revelation, Sonia asks Ash, Hop, and Chloe if she can borrow their Rotom phones. And after about an hour, she returns the Rotom phone, owns the 3 trainers with the Pokédex being added to their Rotom phones. And then one more trainer arrives and introduces himself as Victor. So he all has Pokédex added to his Rotom phone. So now Leon sends out the 3 starters, being Grookey, Supple, and Scorbunny. So Victor lets Ash and Hop pick first, since they arrived first. I mean, it's only fair. So Ash decided to scan all 3 starters with his Pokédex, with him scanning Grookey first, with it revealing Grookey, their Chimp Pokemon, level 5, moves Scratch, Growl, and Branch Poke. When you use its special stick to strike of a beat, the sound waves produced carry revitalizing energy to the plants and flowers in the area. Next he scans Scorbunny, the Rabbit Pokemon, level 5, moves Tackle, Growl, and Ember. A Warp running against fire energy courses through his Pokemon's body. When that happens, it's ready to fight at full power. And lastly, he scans Sobble, the Water Lizard Pokemon, level 5, moves Pound, Growl, and Water Gun. When scared, this Pokemon cries. Its tears had the chemical punch of 100 onions, and attackers won't be able to resist weeping. So Ash ultimately decides to pick Grookey as his starter. Out of the 3 Galar starters, it's the one that makes the most sense for Ash to have. Hop picks Sobble for his starter. I feel like Hop's energetic personality really helps Sobble come out of its shell, and he picks a type that's weak to your starter in the games. And yes, I know, I gave Hop Cinder a Scorbunny in the What About the Pokemon anime. So really, Cinderace is Hop's canon starter, but honestly, I think Sobble can also work. Which leaves Victor with Scorbunny. So he picks it, and Chloe realized that she doesn't have a starter. So Sonia tells her sister that she has a gift for her, meaning a special Eevee that has the capability of Gigantamaxing. Although because of this, it can't evolve. However, now Ash's Grookey straight up jumps on Chloe's head and messes up her hair. And everyone just laughs at this, except Chloe. But Ash calls Grookey back to his Pokeball and apologizes to Chloe for Grookey's antics. So Sonia says to Chloe, "Come on sis, let's go fix that mop." Seriously Chloe, if you're going on a journey, you'll have to learn how to brush and braid your hair on your own. So during this time, Sonia manages to teach Chloe how to fix her hair on her own. And now Ash and Hop are trying to make the final preparations for their journeys. As to begin, they hear a Wooloo bust down the fence into the slumbering Weald, unknowingly being the home of 2 powerful legendary Pokemon, Zacian and Zamazenta. So Ash and Hop decide to save the Wooloo, but get separated in the fog. So Ash calls Grookey for backup, and during this, Ash sees a blue wolf-like Pokemon in the fog. So he has Grookey battle it, with Grookey using a Branch Poke, although it just goes right through the mysterious Pokemon. So Ash decides to command Grookey to use Growl next. However, this has no effect either, with the mysterious Pokemon increasing the thickness of the fog. After another attack, Leon arrives and the mysterious Pokemon retreats. And after getting scolded by Leon, Ash and Hop head home, preparing to start their journey the next day. After eating a good breakfast, ate some bacon, some eggs, ate some hash brown and sausage, Ash and Hop head out to Wedgehurst to meet with Chloe, and during this time, Ash and Hop try to catch their first Pokemon, which is a Rookidee for Ash and a Wooloo for Hop. So Ash and Hop scan two Pokemon their Pokédexes, showing Wooloo, the sheep Pokemon. Level 4, moves Tackle, Growl, and Defense Curl. Its curly fleece is such an effective cushion that this Pokemon can fall off a cliff and stand right back up at the bottom unharmed. Rookidee, the tiny bird Pokemon. Level 4, moves Peck, Leer, and Power Trip. It will bravely challenge any opponent, no matter how powerful. This Pokemon benefits from every battle, even if their feet increase its strength a bit. Ash and Hop then send out Grookey and Sobble to battle Rookidee for Ash and Wooloo for Hop, with Wooloo using Defense Curl for his physical defenses, and his Tackle, but unfortunately for Wooloo, it just makes Sobble cry, which makes everyone cry due to the chemical potency of Sobble's tears. So Hop uses this to his advantage and throws a Pokeball at the crying Wooloo and catches it, bringing Hop's team to 2. Now we turn to Ash's battle of Rookidee and Grookey being sent out and activating grassy terrain. And Ash is surprised, so he scans Grooky's Pokédex again, and he also Grookey had its hidden ability Grassy Surge. So Grookey uses a scratch on Rookidee against Peck, which has super effective damage to Grookey, but in the end, Ash manages to catch Rookidee, bringing his team to 2 as well. So now the boys are in Wedgehurst to meet with Chloe, so they can begin their journey. And Sonia also arrives and tells the three that they need to head to Professor's lab immediately. And on the way to the Professor's lab, Chloe manages to catch herself a Yamper of her own, and Ash manages to catch a Blipbug. So the two scan Pokemon their Pokédex. Blipbug, the larva Pokemon. Moves, Struggle Bug, level 4. A constant collector of information, this Pokemon is very smart. Very strong is what it isn't. Yamper, the puppy Pokemon. Level 5. Moves, Tackle, Tail Whip, and Nuzzle. This Pokemon is very popular as a herding dog in the Galar region. As it runs, it generates electricity from the base of its tail. After these 2 catches, Ash and Co. are at Professor Magnolia's lab and meet Leon and Sonia there, with Sonia and Professor Magnolia trying to convince Leon to endorse Ash and Hop for the gym challenge. Chloe also wants to be endorsed for the gym challenge, but Sonia won't let her. So Ash and Hop side have a battle to decide whether Leon should endorse them, with this battle being 2-on-2, with Ash using Rookidee and Grookey, with Hop using Wooloo and Sobble. Rookidee and Wooloo come out first for Ash and Hop respectively, with Rookidee using Peck using Home Claws, which it learned during a training session on the way to the lab, to increase his attack and accuracy. So Wooloo tries using Defense Curl to increase his defense. He uses Tackle deals some good damage to Rookidee, but Rookidee uses Peck deals some damage to Wooloo, but not very much damage. But Wooloo uses Tackle to knock out Rookidee, leaving Ash with just his Grookey. So it comes out and activates Grassy Terrain, so Grookey uses Branch Poke to finish off the weakened Wooloo. Meaning Sobble comes out, with Grookey managed to finish off Sobble with a few Branch Pokes, leaving Ash as the winner. So after 2 wishing stars come falling down from the sky, Leon endorses both Ash and Hop for the gyms. With Chloe being happy for her friends, but she wishes she could take on the gyms as well. So after a night of rest, Ash go head back to Wedgehurst and catch train to Motostoke. But the train stops in the wild area due to a Snorlax sleeping on the track. So Ash go head through the wild area to get to Motostoke, with Hop managed to catch a very strong Cramorant, which finally brings Hop's team to 3. And after a few days, Ash and Co. finally arrive at Motostoke, as we see 2 new trainers heading to registration, with the 2 trainers introducing themselves to their heroes as Avery, a Psychic-type specialist, and Clara, a Poison-type specialist. Avery and Clara says they have a multi-battle, so Ash and Hop agree, with Ash using Grookey, Hop using Sobble, Clara using Whirlipede, and Avery using Kadabra. All 4 Pokemon come out with Ash and Hop deciding to strategize by having Sobble go for Whirlipede and Grookey go for Kadabra. And once their opponent's dealt with, they'll help out the other with their opponent, with Sobble using Water Pulse to deal some good damage to Whirlipede, but Whirlipede uses Poison Sting, and Sobble then goes for another Water Pulse, with Whirlipede shooting Steamroll to bring Sobble close to fainting, but in the process, Sobble manages to evolve into Drizzile, and Whirlipede gets knocked out with another Water Pulse. and Clara lose. So Drizzle and Grookey both fight Kadabra and knock it out after a while. And Ash's Grookey manages to evolve as well to Thwacky, and learn double hit in the process. So now Ash will go ahead to registration, with Ash picking number 750. I used a random number generator to pick this. So after the ceremony, Ash will go head out to turf field. And on the way, Ash goes to see a rather malnourished score bunny tied to a fence. And Ash is rightfully outraged at this. So he decides to try to get Score Bunny out of the ropes and give it some food. And with Ash taking Score Bunny to the Turffield Pokemon Center and getting scolded by Nurse Joy by letting Score Bunny's health get this bad. But Ash explains that he found it tied up to a fence, and he got it loose from the ropes and gave it some food. While waiting and Score Bunny checked in, Ash goes over here a boy talks about how he abandoned his weak Score Bunny. And Score Bunny is rightfully heartbroken with this, with Ash almost punching the guy. But Nurse Joy tells him that they're going to fight and take it outside. So the boy sends their Rhyhorn, with Ash calling in Thwacky, with using Razor Leaf and Branch Poke in a combination. With a double hit to knock out the Rhyhorn rather easily. So Ash heads back to the Pokemon Center to check on Score Bunny, and with it feeling indebted to Ash, it joins his team, which brings his team to 4 Pokemon. So before taking on the gym, Ash goes outside to train with their Pokemon, especially Blipbug and Score Bunny. And during this time, Blipbug manages to evolve into Dottler, with it learning Reflect, Light Screen, and Confusion in the process. And Score Bunny is revealed to use Flame Charge, Double Kick, and Ember. And it's also revealed to have the ability Libero, meaning it can change its type to the type of move it uses. After a few days of training, Ash will go ahead to the Turffield Gym and hurt some Wooloo with a gym puzzle. After this, they battle Milo. And since both of them can't battle at the same time, Milo decides either coin toss or rock, paper, scissors. So a 2 decide on a coin toss, with Ash calling heads, and Hop gets the battle first, with this battle being a 2-on-2 single battle. Hop decides to use Wooloo and Drizzile against Applin and Eldegoss. Applin and Wooloo come out first, with Wooloo opening the battle to tackle. Although Applin can only use Withdraw, since its only attack move is Astonish, and it's a Ghost type move, and his normal type moves are immune to Ghost type moves. Well, normal types are immune to Ghost type moves. So after a while of Wooloo constantly using Tackle, Applin manages to get knocked out, leaving Milo with chest as Eldegoss. So it comes to use Magical Leaf. So Wooloo decides to use Defense Curl to increase his defenses just in case Milo has Dynamax. So after a few turns of doing this, Milo ultimately decides to Dynamax his Eldegoss, and he uses Max Overgrowth to deal max damage to Wooloo, even with increased defenses. So it's time to use Double Kick, but after another Max Overgrowth, leaves Wooloo unconscious, leaving Hop with just his Drizzile. So he sends his Dynamax Band right away to hit a Max Strike. And he uses Max Geyser to set up the rain, and after the Max Strike, Eldegoss is knocked out, allowing Hop to get his first gym badge. So Ash has to wait a day for Milo to get his Pokemon looked at, and during this time, Ash decides to do some last minute training. So Ash is more prepared, and he decides to use Rookidee and Score Bunny against Milo. Ash sends on Rookidee first against Applin, and Rookidee makes quick work of it due to the type advantage, and also being able to fly. This quickly makes the battle 2-on-1, with Milo calling his Eldegoss. And it puts him a way better fight than Applin, with even managing to knock out Rookidee. This makes the battle 1-on-1, so Ash calls in Score Bunny and uses Flame Charge to increase its speed. And Ash and Milo both Dynamax their Pokemon at the same time, with Ash getting the first move with the Max Airroom Flame Charge. And this one-shots Eldegoss, even with the HP boost he got from Dynamaxing. So Ash hit his first batch as well, and with that, I think I'll leave out this timeline right here. So remember, there's no like goal for this part, since I want to gauge interest for this series. Also, be sure to subscribe so we get 2,000 subs before the 1-year anniversary in June. I'll go and get on out of here. Peace!